Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We're back in HexFactory. Let's get back to it. Between episodes, I upgraded a bunch of our miners and our furnaces and some pumps. And now we're doing pretty good on iron. If we look at the advanced iron furnace, we're starting to accumulate a bunch of iron bars, which is awesome. We've also got 80 sitting in the hub, so that production looks like it's doing pretty good. Not worried about iron. Steel furnace is a little weak. We're not accumulating steel as fast as I would like to. So I want to double this up. This is a advanced furnace. It's got all the coal and all the iron ingots it needs. But I think we need to set up another production line. And in order to not have more dialogues on the screen, I'm going to set up, I've been looking over here. I'll show you what I've been seeing. I look for places where we might be able to produce more steel. Trying to find iron deposits. There's one like way out here. And there may be more around here, but I'm noticing right around here, you've got iron 52, another iron 77, another iron 69, some coal. We need that to make iron. More iron ore, more coal over here, a little bit more iron, some coal. I'm thinking what I want to do is do a parallel line of steel production. And then to avoid having more dialog boxes up, I'm just going to route the steel ingots into our existing steel furnace. So our production line is probably going to end right around here or here, maybe right here. Let's get on it. Let's do that. Advanced furnace here. This is going to be advanced steel furnace 2. But we're actually going to route the output into steel furnace 1. So hopefully, we're going to need fast belts. We're going to need that upgrade pretty soon. Let's put a belt there. And then this guy needs iron and coal coming in. Smelted iron and coal. I've got good iron there. I need smelted iron. This is water and a little bit of coal. We could do our iron furnace right here. Then we're going to need a fair amount of coal coming in. Coming through here. Iron. Oh man, bear with me. Coal needs to come through. Coal can come through down here. Actually, let's do a fast miner for coal there. Send that in, and then we'll set the filter on this particular belt. Whoops, get out of build mode. I only want you sending steel across. This is going to be coal. This will be fast coal to steel furnace 2. There's a little bit of coal. It's probably going to need more than that. Let's do another one. Fast furnace. Whoops, fast miner. Belt you in that way. Fast coal to steel furnace 2. Now we gotta get iron. So maybe the iron smelter right here. Advanced furnace. I should have everything I need. This is gonna be advanced iron furn for steel furn 2. Okay, it's gonna produce iron for us, iron ingots. Those are gonna work their way straight into that guy. This guy needs a bunch of coal and a bunch of iron. There's some iron right there. Iron. Fast iron to ingot to steel furnace 2. Belt that guy. That's iron. Get a nice coal deposit there and a nice iron deposit here. Let's tap into this coal. Fast coal to ingot to steel furnace 2. Coal. Belt that along the way. Then we're going to do iron here. Maybe we can do coal and iron. That same belt. We're going to need faster belts soon because we're going to clog up the works here. But doing it this way is going to prevent me having another dialog box. And I keep mentioning that is a problem as you play on. Or a challenge. I'm kind of taking it as a challenge. I want to see if we can do it. How far we can get before we have the whole screen covered. Okay, fast miner for iron there. Boom. We may as well go straight in. So we'll belt it that way. Fast iron to ingot to steel fern 2. Boom, there's the iron ore. So we got coal coming down, we got iron coming down, we've got more iron coming. That's coming into here for more iron. Or no, that's the advanced iron furnace. Okay, we need to put a filter here on this belt. We only want to send the iron bars across this belt. This guy has some stuff he doesn't need. He doesn't need iron. I'm going to send that off to our other iron furnace for now. Yeah, we only want ingots coming down into this guy. Grab that little nugget and put it somewhere where it can be turned into something good. All right, then I'm thinking more coal and more iron. The coal. Fast coal 2, ingot 2, steel furnace 2. Boom. We got a meaty iron deposit here. Let's do the same thing. Ingot, fast iron 2, ingot 2, furnace 2. And our end goal is to see this top advanced steel furnace 1 start loading up with steel ingots quite a bit faster than it was. That is our goal. We want this guy to have tons of iron ore and coal so it can make the iron ingots. Looks like he needs more coal to me. Let's see, is there a good source of coal? There's a little bit of iron and a bunch more coal. We could come through this way. Let's do it. Fast miner, not enough resources. Let's move some things over. Bunch of steel. I need another glass furnace too, but man, don't know where to build that yet. We could link these two concrete factories together. So we just had one dialogue, have one of them send their concrete into the other one. That might be worth doing. That would get that out of our way. We'll see as we play on. Fast coal. Where was I? Where was I? Bunch of coal there. We're trying to get more coal to this furnace. Yeah, there's an awesome supply right there. %. — 4 and 33. do that. Let's do both of these. Belt you like that. Pass coal 2, ingot 2, steel furnace 2. I have a 2 ingot because it's going to an iron furnace first, so that's why I put that there. Later on, we'll come back to these, and we won't know what the heck's what, so that the names are going to help me map it. You'll notice here our temp factories have kind of melted down, our temp mining factories, but they still function as hubs, so we can route our materials through these kind of expired temp factories. That is super duper handy. So I kind of like that. Kind of like that a lot. I got more iron ore if we need it. This guy looks like he's kicking out quite a bit of iron ingots. Then hopefully these are steel ingots coming across. It looks like they are. So let's see how this guy's doing. He's got... Or that's our steel furnace. Looks like this guy might need a little coal. We can tap into that one, I think, and get coal into steel furnace too. Yeah, we need steel, or we need coal. Sorry. Fast miner there. Coal. This is going to be fast coal to steel furn 2. Not making iron ingots, so we don't need to put ingots in the name. Let's see how the iron factory is doing. This guy looks like he's got coal and he's got iron. I think we're in good shape. These are all fast miners and fast furnaces. So hopefully we will be producing steel a bit faster, and we'll see it in the inventory of advanced steel furnace 2. Belts don't look like they're backed up yet. Here's that steel that's already been produced, making its way into steel furnace 1's inventory. That's a belt. This guy, steel furnace 2, is still itching for coal, but it could be just a little too far away. It does take 2 coal for every steel ingot. Yeah, right now this guy's waiting on coal. Could do one more. We got a huge coal deposit here. Let's just do it. If we get too much, we can always move it over somewhere else. Gas coal to steel furnace 2. Sure, it's actually mining. I think these guys are. They're animated. Oh, this one's not mining. That could be part of the problem. I didn't pick the recipe. This guy is doing his thing. He's waiting on coal. There's some coming. That guy's smoking. That guy's smoking. That guy's puffing away. Yeah, as long as there's an animation, I think they're working. But you have to keep an eye on factories I forget to pick a recipe on, because that's just a waste. I see everything looks like it's huffing and puffing, except for this one. Fast iron, yep. Fast iron, yeah, that one was not selected. That's puffing. I see stuff on the belt. That guy's working. That guy's now working. Working. All right, let's see what's next. Let's move our steel over. Like I said, iron's looking great. We've got almost 400 ingots of iron. And concrete's not doing bad too. I shored up the water supply, so both concrete factories have surplus water right now. And I even increased the water supply going to the hub. That guy's making concrete. The hub is super slow, but at least it's being productive. It's getting us some concrete right now. Let's go to the tech tree and see what's next. Oh man, how about, what do we have up here? Fast belts. Should we just do it? What else do we have? We've got modular construction, 100 iron bars and 100 steel. That's going to unlock these modular frames. And those take forever to craft. I know from experience. Might be something we want to get started on. Oil industry gets us plastic. And the refinery. That's important too. Fast belts. I don't think we have any belts that are backed up completely yet. Be the ones like this, right? Coming into our factories, but I don't think we're desperate for the fast belts yet. Because nothing seems to be backed up, but that'll change. Kind of thinking we should go for the modular stuff. We'll need 6 more steel to do it. These guys, modular construction. Unlocks modular frames and requires the factory. We've got the factory. 1, 2. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 more things we need to research. But man, things start getting more complex and we unlock more products with each of these later researches. It's going to keep us mighty busy. All right, we're almost there. We need 2 more steel ingots. We just tried shoring up the steel. There it goes. We've got iron and steel heading into steel furnace 1. There's 2 more ingots right there. Boom, we've got our 100. Let's unlock the modular construction and see what that's all about. I need 100 iron in the hub. Let me move that over. Then we can do the research. Boom. Modular construction. What the heck is that done in? It says prerequisites factory, so maybe it is the factory. Man, what am I gonna do? Let's take a look at what we got here. Modular frame recipes. So I'm gonna take Concrete Factory 2 and just change recipes for a second so I can see what the ingredients are. Steel. Ugh. Oh man, that's painful. Steel, we need more steel production and steel and iron bars in order to make modular frames. So we'll keep that guy working on concrete. And we need a bunch of steel and a bunch of iron bars. Oh man, that is painful. That is painful. It looks like we've got the ability to do a bunch of that production right over here. A bunch of iron and a bunch of coal through here that we've exposed. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, we need to, I guess, just grin and bear it. Steel production and iron production. And then into a factory that's going to produce, so, yeah, the concrete, or the reinforced blocks or whatever they are. What are they called? Modular frames. Oh man. Well, iron seems to be more scarce than coal, right? There's iron. Well, where would the actual factory go? Maybe right here. 1% iron. That's not a very valuable tile. Maybe that's a good tile for the factory. Let's just start. We got to start somewhere. Move that steel over. We're not going to use the existing steel production and the existing iron production because we're going to need that for building purposes, I'm pretty sure, as we play on. So we should set up extra production lines. Let's slap a factory down. Just thinking. We're going to want to get at this iron. Iron. Where will we put the factory? We're basically going to have 2 iron smelters. One that's going to supply iron into the factory making modular frames, and 1 iron smelter that's going to be pumping iron ingots into a steel factory. Iron there. Not much there. Let's go. We just got to start, man. We just got to start. Advanced furnace. I'm going to pop down right here. This is going to be advanced. Deal. Furnace 3. Then iron. Boy, there's tons of iron. Maybe this needs to be an iron furnace. Let's do it. We'll see what we can figure out. Let's make this an iron furnace. I can't push iron ore into a steel furnace. So if I were to make this a steel furnace, I'd be kind of wasting these nodes that are right near me. And that one's got iron and coal. Let's get on it. Fast miner here for iron. Fast iron to iron. Furnace 3. Make sure we pick our recipe. That guy routed. Escape. What am I missing? Steel. Drag that over there. Look at the steel's got. The steel furnace has a lot of coal now. That's good to see. I'm going to steal some of your coal and bring it over to this concrete factory because that one's hungry for steel or for coal. Belt you to there. And that goes. I'm looking for this one. Yeah, I named it. I'm going to grab more iron. Because iron does seem to be a little more scarce than the coal. This looks like a good source of coal. Very little iron. Yeah. Nothing much over here. Well, no, I take it back. There's a bunch of iron here. I couldn't see it. Iron there. Decent iron there. Decent iron all over here. Coal and iron. A nice chunk of coal here. I'd love to bring that through. 1, 2. What I don't know is if I can share. Like if I run another belt here, would it like say I run another belt off of this miner right here to some other node? Will it share the resource evenly that it's currently just putting on this belt? I don't know if it will or not. I wish I knew. We could experiment and find out. This looks like a good source for coal. Let's grab another miner here. Boom. Coal for iron furnace 3. And now let's take a look at iron furnace 3. This guy needs more coal. So I'm right next door. Need more steel. Over. You can see we're chewing through the steel so fast. We've got 2 full production lines making steel for us, and we're still chewing through it. That's why we're not going to use steel for the modular frames. Enough. What am I missing? Glass, maybe. Glass is okay. That iron has to find a way out into some steel furnace eventually. Or into the concrete factory, or the modular frame factory. Okay, get out of the build menu. This is fast coal. Fast coal for iron. furnace 3. Now this guy, oh, I gotta pick a recipe here, buddy. Iron bars. Man, I missed that step a lot. That's kind of the most important step, is picking your recipe, making sure everything's humming along. This guy we need to belt over. Hub's still doing its thing. Slowly making concrete for us. We've got lots of concrete, over 300 units of concrete. Iron's still chugging along. And steel is still chugging along. Glass is doing okay. It's a little weak. What's this guy doing now? Get out of the build. Still needs coal. You have coal right here. We need to get steel production going here too somehow. So assuming this line of iron, the iron coming out here is going to go straight into a factory to make modular frames, then we need steel ingots, right? We need steel ingots. Bunch of iron there. Well, there are good sources of coal here too. Just thinking of how I'm going to route all this stuff. Steel could come down through this way. Got a bunch of kind of not so great nodes here. Bad. Coal. Let's try to do another smelter here. This is going to be Iron Furnace 4. Advanced Iron Furnace 4. More resources. 25 steel. I think that's probably what I was needing. Grab the glass while I'm thinking about it. Gas miner for coal. Oh, this might not reach. I'm going to have to work my way down to that. Iron. Iron Furnace 4, right? See if that one will bridge down. Nope, too high. Bummer. All right, it's all right. We'll find a way. Another fast miner here. There we go. Tons of iron, man. This is an iron furnace that's meant to produce ingots for a steel furnace down the road. Coal and iron. Slowly coming in. And that steel furnace is going to need a good source of coal. Coal. Just looking. This guy also needs more coal. Let's do it. Boom, we'll give this guy coal. So right now I'm thinking these are my iron ingots over here. Thinking if I can route those into a steel furnace somewhere around here, and then just send the steel down through here and then into some factory that produces the modular frames over here, along with the iron ingots coming out of that factory. If that makes any sense. You'll see it here in 20 minutes if I can get this done. And I just need coal for the steel furnace. Coal and ingots. That I don't need to worry about. This guy I do. Where are the ingots going for this one? Advanced iron furnace. Are you getting no coal at all? Curious why there isn't an inventory here of iron. Got the recipe selected. Yeah, iron bar recipe is selected. Where are they going? Where are they going? Is that a bug? Producing, but it's not. Oh, there it is. There's one. Needs more coal still. All of you mining? You are not. See how rich that is. 94. Yeah, that's going to bring a ton in. There's our iron ingots. There's a bunch of iron here, and I hate to not make use of it. I really just need the coal. That makes sense for a coal mine. Still needs more coal. Man. Do it. We'll do it. Need more steel. Boom. We're going to give this guy this coal supply. And then we're going to start working on the coal supply for the steel factory. And I'm guessing the steel factory is going to be maybe right there. Do it. Steel furnace. Advanced furnace. Boom. What is this going to be? Advanced steel furnace. I'm just going to call it for view recipe. I'm going to need the ingots from here. Make their way all the way over there. the best way to do that. I can use some temporary miners to do it. Temp miner. I only want to send on this belt. We only want to send the ingots. Just the iron bars, please. Don't want to send anything that the steel guy is not going to make use of. Now we need to get coal down here. I guess I'm going to tap into these deposits. Oh man, I hate to waste miners on these tiny deposits, but we'll do it. This is fast coal to steel furnace 4. Yeah, even look at that. It's a fast miner, but the production's super slow. It's got a weak deposit. Fast coal to steel furnace 4. Fast coal to steel furnace 4. Tons of iron there. I hate to use that node just for coal, but we're probably gonna. I could grab these. A crappy node. There's a couple decent ones over here, 63 and 84. Do it. Fast miner. More resources. Steel. Using a lot of steel. Mainly for the miners, I think. This one's kind of pathetic. Another 9%. But it's basically a bridge so I can get to these other richer deposits. Steel 5, glass 5. All right, another fast miner. It's coal to steel furnace 4. I think I'm going to do one more. Okay. So let's see. Wow, this is kind of snaky. Snaky, snaky, snaky. Bunch of coal coming through here. A bunch of iron ingots coming up this way. Here's our supply of steel. I got a little bit of extra iron ore I don't need. Let's throw that away. This guy needs coal, but we just hooked up a whole bunch of coal here. Even though some of it's not the richest coal veins, should get a decent supply once this product starts making its way through the belts. I think we might be all right. That's steel. Now we need to get steel. I may just piggyback on this belt. I think I will. Let's just put a belt going. Whoops, need more resources. This time iron, actually, we've got tons. It's not going to be a problem. Steel, grab some glass. Looks like we're getting an abundance of sand. I might have to turn sand production off for a bit. We're getting almost too much. This guy, the hub needs a little more limestone to keep producing concrete for us, and it's got surplus of water. Okay. belt here. This belt, we want to put a filter on it and say just the steel. So all the steel from this production is going to find its way into this factory, which has a bunch of iron. Then the iron and the steel are going to go into a new factory. And that factory is going to make our modular frames. Yeah, modular frames. Let's do it. I just paused there for a second because these factories, I don't think there's an upgrade for these factories. They're slow. The ones that doing the concrete and the modular frames, we'll have to see. We may end up doubling this production line or running 2 factories to be fed by this one node. Let's see. Start with 1. Just going to put it right there. This is our new factory. This is modular frame factory. 1, I guess. And pick modular frames. And this time we need to put a filter on this belt and we need to pick iron and steel. Little nuggets of iron ore made their way on there. Steel hasn't yet arrived at this factory. It's coming. You can kind of see some of it here. Oh man, it's all going to need to be scaled up, I'm sure. But at least we're getting it automated. We're not adding too many dialog boxes here, although this one is going to have to stay up. Like that. We do need to see these inventory slots when they back up, because we're going to have to take action. And probably stop the sand production going into this glass furnace. I kind of would like to see this guy kick on. Here comes some steel. While we're waiting, let's see how this guy's doing. He's got coal. He's got plenty of iron bars. Maybe use a little more coal. So it does look like it's staying above 2. And we need 2 for every batch. I do think that over time, these deposits will degrade and you'll get less and less material from them. You could probably throw coal from this node on the belt if we wanted to. Why don't we do it? And that guy's going to be named the same way as this one. Coal to steel furnace 4. It'll make that a little bit better. And then our iron factory seems like it's chugging away. Actually, looks like it needs a little iron ore, doesn't it? Needs a little more iron ore. Got node there. We got a stronger node here. Let's do it. Past iron to iron furnace 4. That'll put a little bit more on the belt. Waiting to see modular frames. Got lots of iron ingots. It's kind of cool. Got a decent amount of coal too. I'm tempted to throw down another furnace just for steel, and we could manually drag some iron ingots and some coal and produce some more steel just for our own crafting purposes. The problem with doing that though is you put more stuff on the screen, and we have many more products to produce. You can see already how much screen we've consumed. This guy producing yet? Nope, he's taking in a bunch of iron. We need to get that steel across on this belt. We do need the iron too. Let's drag these over ourselves. And hopefully now we'll see the steel make its way. There it goes. The other thing I can do is just change the recipe on this iron furnace to do steel for a while. The iron ore will stack up though. That's the only thing. The iron ore is going to stack up. We could push it somewhere else if we wanted to, but that would get us some more steel too without having another dialog box open. But as soon as I click this, I got to rearrange all the dialog boxes because this iron furnace will be on top. A little goofy. It's a little goofy. Modular frames. The recipe is selected. It's just waiting on the 4th load of steel. Okay, it's going to start its production. You can see how super slow that one is. Oh, man. I'm thinking we might need 2 of these. Two of these factories making the modular frames, but at least we have one going. This guy looks like his production's going pretty well. And he's starting to put steel on the belt. Might not need to watch that so close. We have an abundance of iron ingots, so this iron furnace kind of falling behind doesn't bother me too much. We've got kind of an oversupply right now of iron ingots. Not too bad. That's modular frames, automated. Next up might be the oil industry and plastic, or if we could do faster belts. Faster belts would be easier to kind of see what's going on. This is backed up now, this belt. Should we do faster belts? Let's do it. We need 20 glass, 20 steel. Here's our steel. Got tons of glass. Gonna need lots and lots more though. Glass belts is now unlocked. Let's see what they cost. 5 steel and 5 glass, of course. Let's upgrade one of these. Fast belt. No. Oh, we got to add the filters back to it. Want steel and iron. We'll grab the extra stuff out of inventory here and put it where it can be used. Definitely moving faster. Wool we don't need, I'll throw that up here, and this iron we don't need, I'll throw that up there. Borrow some coal from the steel furnace and put it on the concrete factory since that guy looks a little short. The hub's doing fine. It's slowly kicking out concrete. And we're using it for building materials, so that's why it keeps replenishing. Tons of water. In fact, we get a surplus of water. That's moving along. What's next? What's next? Plastic, I think. Oil industry. 50 water, we've got it, and 50 steel. We don't quite have it yet. 43, we need 7 more steel. Oh, man, can you imagine we actually have to upgrade the steel again? This whole mess down here, it's a little hard to manage. This guy, if we click on some of these buildings, you'll see the dialog box in the top right is flashing as I click on this. That lets me know it's the steel furnace. I can't go the other direction. If I click this guy, it doesn't really tell me where the modular frame factory is. This guy's got everything he needs, and then some. We're overproducing iron ingots. We could do another steel factory, and I could just put it over here somewhere. We could grab this extra coal and grab this extra iron bar and produce some steel. I might do that. Man, kind of hate having these extras. I'm going to put it near the hub so we don't lose track of it. This is the hub. Let's just put down another advanced furnace right next door somewhere. We'll call this advanced steel furnace. How about we call it manual? Drag this over here. Boom. Get this guy steel recipe. Drag over a couple hundred iron ingots. Drag down all of this coal. And then at least we're getting an extra supply of steel and burning through some of our surplus without having to create a whole network. But it is another dialogue on the screen. We can pop it right there, maybe. And what's next? Oil industry. Yeah, we need 50 steel. We have it. About there's 36. There's 50. Let's unlock the oil industry. Boom. Oh man. What do we have now? We've got, I think, a refinery. Transforms liquids mineable into basic items. 30 steel, 30 glass, and 30 concrete. Oh man. Does it show us what recipes that's going to give us? Oil. I guess just plastic. We'll be able to make plastic out of oil, I suppose. And then we should see an oil resource pop up here somewhere. We might need to put down... We might need to put down another pump in order to discover where the oil actually is. I think that's a bug I talked to the developer about. He's going to get that fixed. There is a new Discord for HexFactory, and there are links in the description for that if you want to join the Discord. It's brand spanking new. And like I said, I know the developer is working on several fixes and optimizations for the game. But yeah, I think we're going to need to put a pump down to find out where the oil is. Let's do that, and then we'll maybe call it an episode. I'm going to pop a pump down on this water deposit. Let's just do a regular pump. And I think it's going to help expose other resources. That's why I'm doing this. Pump. Yeah, that's this cheap one right here. Boom. Not enough. What do I need? Iron or steel, most likely. Let's drag some of that over. 5 steel, 5 concrete, and 5 iron bars. We've got it all now. Pump there. We uncover... I'm looking for oil. I'll set this guy to water. I'm over here in case we ever need water. We never will. Looking for oil. Coal. Imagine it's going to look kind of dark. Not seeing any. Oh man, maybe it's in a different biome. Coal, coal, coal. Water, water. Coal. Stone, coal, water. Oh man, I'm not seeing oil. Let's put down a temporary miner here. If I can find the temp miner, where'd you go? Here. Just do some exploring with these guys. You can mine me coal. Coal, limestone, sand, oil. We found it. Oil. There's oil and then our hills. We'll get to oil next episode. At least now we know where it's at. And then we'll have to build this refinery. In between episodes, I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm going to do. Got extra steel production here now. If we need extra steel. Actually, that's going to come in handy quite a bit. I might drag some more iron ingots over there. Yeah, that's actually going to come in handy quite a bit, having this extra steel furnace. Glass is doing okay. I'd love to scale that up. We are going to have to turn off the sand here. Let's do that. Where might you be? Advanced glass furnace. That's over this way, right? Here's sand. Let's, you actually need coal more than you need sand. Let's turn this guy on to coal. Boom. Wow, that's a strong deposit too. Let's change this to fast coal. And we might end up doing the same thing we just did with the advanced steel furnace. Oh man, but look at the dialog boxes. We could put one more glass furnace and burn through some of this backlog of sand and produce more glass. How are we doing on modular frames? 13. Man, is that slow. That's super pathetically slow. Yeah, let's leave it there for now. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this playthrough on HexFactory. Cool little game. It's got some challenges to it. And the big challenge is just kind of keeping things organized, so you can keep track of what's what. We're starting to see a second challenge, which is managing when things get overly stocked. Right now, we've got way too much sand in our glass furnace. Fortunately, that one's got lots of inventory slots. And then the factories that I have off screen, where the little dialog boxes aren't up on the screen, we don't really have a way of knowing if those are backed up or not. This guy, that's Advanced Iron Furnace 1. That's like Advanced Steel Furnace 4. We don't have that on the screen anywhere, so if this got totally backed up, we wouldn't know without checking. It looks like it's actually doing pretty good. Got a little bit of a surplus of coal compared to the iron ingots coming in, but it's chugging away, producing steel for us. That steel is eventually making its way all the way down to the modular frame factory. It looks like we're going to need another one of these. Not sure how to do it. If we put another modular frame factory and I just feed from the first one, is it going to drain out all its inventory before it, does anything? Basically make this guy starved out. Or could we run a belt off of this little hub where all our steel and iron ingots are going through, and will it split? Maybe we'll try that. We'll see. But again, that's it for this episode. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support. If you do like this content, please remember to give it a thumbs up. That'll keep this series going. With that, I'll see y'all in the next episode.